What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So the MLB season has officially started. We're a couple weeks into it, super early in the season, but in honor of baseball being back, I thought we could do something that we haven't quite done before, which is rank all the MLB logos in a tier list. Now, I do think I did a MLB logos ranked from worst to best type video a long time back, but some of these logos have changed and we didn't quite do like a tier list where we could rank them in a tier with other logos. So we're gonna try doing that today. Obviously very opinionated, so I would love to hear your guys' opinions in the comments below. Let me know what are some of your favorite and least favorite MLB logos. So without further ado, guys, let's rank all 32 MLB logos. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Angels. Now the Angels logo, to me, I'm gonna put it kind of in C tier. It's kind of like mediocre. It's just kind of an A, and you know, doesn't really stand out too much to me. The Houston Astros logo, I'm gonna give it, you got the star, and I'm gonna give it a C as well. It doesn't really stand out too much. I think it's a decent logo. I do like the colors, but in terms of the logo itself, I'm not a huge fan of it, so we'll put it in C for decent. The Toronto Blue Jays logo, I do like this one a lot. I won't say S tier, but I'll say A tier. Really solid. Love the Blue Jay. Love the red maple leaf there. Nice touch. Good colors. I mean, it's just a good-looking logo. So the Blue Jays is A tier for me. The Braves, I'm gonna put them in. I'll say B tier. It's a pretty solid logo. The tomahawk, the Braves, I like the colors, and the written in cursive Braves. It's pretty nice. I think it's a pretty solid logo. I'm going to give it a B. With the Milwaukee Brewers, this kind of retro / new logo that they're using more often with the glove that's really MB, but it makes a baseball glove. I like it. It's nice. Maybe it's not quite at the level of the Blue Jays. I'm going to say it's a B tier logo, solid logo. I do like the Blue Jays one better, so I think it's still in a tier ahead of it, but the Brewers do have a solid logo. We move on to the St. Louis Cardinals. This one is really nice, classic. I might have to say the Cardinals have an S tier logo. I mean, the classic red bird using a bat as a perch. Beautiful red colors. The Cardinals logo is a beauty. It's classic. I gotta say it's an S tier logo. We move on to the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs, classic team, franchise with a lot of history. Wrigley Field, historic, but in terms of just the logo itself, I think it's kind of average to mediocre. I'm gonna say it's a C tier logo. You got the Cubs, but it's a C. It just kind of spells out Cubs within like a dark blue circle. Not the best logo in my opinion. I'm gonna say it's a C. D-backs logo, I do like it. I think it's nice and solid. I like the A, but I like the touch I like kind of the snakeskin looking design with that little black pattern on the left. It's solid. I like it. It's good for an Arizona themed team, kind of the dark red. They use that with, it's similar to the Arizona Cardinals colors, but I think it's more of a B tier logo, more as a solid logo than kind of A tier and above when we're talking about really good logos. Which brings us to another NL West team. We have the Dodgers. Now, I'm a Dodgers fan, so I will try to be objective with our logo, and I think our logo is just solid. I'm gonna say it's B tier. I really do like the cursive. It's classic, but at the end of the day, it's not something that really stands out to the level of A tier or S tier. So I like the Dodgers. It's classic, you got the cursive. It's nice. I like it. I always like the Dodgers colors. I love that blue, but I'm gonna say it's a B tier logo. So the San Francisco Giants, I will also say they're B tier. I do like that baseball. It's simple. It's kind of the black with the orange, but I do like their colors. I like that black orange with the white, the baseball in the back. It's solid. It's good. It's a pretty good logo, so I think it's in the B tier. The Cleveland Guardians, oh man, I'm gonna say it's a D tier logo. We have our first. I'm not a big fan of this kind of this G. I don't like the G on the Guardians, really. The wings, not the best. It looks kind of blocky. So I'm just not a fan. I think they could have had a better logo. I think it's a D tier logo. Not my favorite. Seattle Mariners, you know, it's cool. It's cool. It's kind of like the compass design, I think. We got little directions going on here. Do love the Mariners colors. But the logo itself, I thought I'm going to put it in C. I think it's just kind of average. I think it's with the Astros, Cubs, and Angels. I think it's in that category. So I like the Mariners logo at the C tier. The Mets logo, it could be busy because there's maybe a lot going on. You have the skyline in the background, but I actually like that. I like it for the New York Metropolitans. So I like it in the A tier, actually. I like the Mets logo. I like that skyline. I love the orange. I like the cursive of the Mets, how it's written across the skyline bridge there. There is some stuff going on in this logo, but I like it. I like it. I think it looks good. I like the Mets logo a lot, and enough to put it in the A tier. We have the Miami Marlins up next. They did change their logo from that orange, I think it was just an M, and now we have kind of the blue, black, and pink a little bit. I like that. I like the color change. The logo itself, I do like the colors, but they could have done a little bit better with this logo. I think the Marlins logo, I'm going to put it in C. It's not my favorite. I love the colors. Again, if we were ranking colors, it would rank differently, but in terms of just the logo itself, I think the fish, it's not the best art. I think it's a C tier logo, unfortunately. So that's where I'll put the Marlins. Washington Nationals, oh man, I've never been a big fan of this logo. It's it's the same W as the Walgreens. You've probably heard about it. The Walgreens W, I gotta put it in D tier. The Guardians logo has company because the Nationals logo, it's that curly, it's the Walgreens. I can't unsee it. Once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. So it's kind of basic and doesn't really stand out. So I'll put it in the D tier. The Oakland A's, it's kind of it's a very similar design, similar template to the Nationals logo. It is, it's the A's classic green, the dark green, but if I put the Nationals logo there, I gotta put the A's logo in D. It is kind of just an A. Maybe it doesn't use another company or it doesn't have the same letter as another company like a Walgreens with the Nationals, but I still think the A's logo is in the D tier. Doesn't really stand out too much. Kind of just says A's, so I'll put it in the D tier, which brings us to the Baltimore Orioles. I like them as an A tier logo. I do like the Orioles logo. The colors make it look nice. I like the hat. I like the Oriole, the bird. I like it. Looks good. It's just a nice cartoon, orange colored drawing, and it stands out. I like drawn logos more than just maybe having a letter be the logo, so I do like that for the Orioles. I'll put their logo in the A tier. We have the San Diego Padres on deck. Look, it's just an SD. It doesn't really stand out much. It's two letters, I guess, instead of one, but that doesn't really change much. I'm gonna put it in C, I guess, with the kind of similar to the Angels logo, kind of just the letter or letters. So the Padres logo, kind of mediocre. I do like the brown. I like their colors, the brown and beige kind of. I do like that. It's better than the Guardians, A's, and Nationals logo, but I'm still going to put it in the C tier, which brings us to the Phillies. I love this logo. Do I put it in S or A? Might be subject to change, but I'm going to put the Phillies logo in A. Really like it. Love the Liberty Bell. It's just great for the Phillies, at their own stadium. They have the bell, kind of that cool sign, and then the bell rings when you hit a homer. As the home team hits a home run in Philly, the bell goes off. So just a great logo. Phillies in cursive, good colors. I like it as a really good A tier logo. Pittsburgh Pirates, it's just a P, kind of like the Angels, kind of like the Padres. I do like the yellow, but I don't think it's enough to move it into the B tier or above. I'm going to put it in the C tier. We have the Texas Rangers. It's kind of like the Nationals, A's, Astros a little bit. Again, similar template maybe, that circle with the letter on the inside. I do like the contrast to the colors. I think it's enough to move them into the C. I like the red on top, blue on the bottom. I think it's enough to move the Rangers up into the C tier. I do think it's a decent logo. It's not bad. I don't think when I look at it, just my eye test tells me it's probably not bad enough to be in the D tier. So that's where I'll put the Rangers logo. The Rays, it's not great. Colors are okay, but it just kind of says Rays, But, I might have to put the Rays logo in D tier. I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan. it just says the Rays. You know, you got a little sun touch there on the R, but I don't think it's enough to revive it out of the D tier. I think the Rays logo, just by it just says the Rays. It's the team name. That's what it is. It's a team name with an extended R and a little sunny theme to it. I don't think it's enough. It stays in D tier, in my opinion. Boston Red Sox, because it's classic and unique, and it's the Red Sox logo, I like it. I know it's a pair of socks, but I'm putting that pair of socks into the S tier. The Red Sox, it's a great logo. Come on, it's classic. It's unique. It's the socks. I had to do it. It's like the Cardinals. You know that logo. You've seen it around. It's in the S tier, in my opinion. It's among the very best. The Cincinnati Reds, I think this is kind of along the lines of the Rays, where it's just the team name, but they went a little bit, they put a little bit more effort than that into this. They surrounded it with a much larger C. So I think that just is enough to keep the Reds out of the D tier. I'll put the Reds logo in the C tier C for the logo. That's also the tier. C tier for the Reds. The Colorado Rockies, CR, but nice little gray with black edges contrast. It's not too bad, not the best, but not too bad. So I think it's also in the C tier, and it's better. When I just look at the 4 logos in the D tier, I think this is still better than those 4. So I put the Rockies logo in the C tier. The Kansas City Royals logo, it's really good. I love the crown. It's kind of like their Jumbotron that they have in Kauffman Stadium. The colors are nice, the gold with the blue, with the white KC. It looks really good. I like the shape. Do we put it in S tier? That's the question. I'm thinking about, oh, whoops, wrong logo. Got the Tigers there. You know what? I'm going to put it in S tier. I'm going to do it. I really like the Royals logo. The S tier, we had 2 teams in there only, and I think the Royals is one of the few best logos in the league, so why not? Let's put it in the S tier. The Tigers logo, you know, it's kind of the old-fashioned D. It's the Tigers logo when you see it more often than not. You know, it's unique. It's not just a D, it's a much more detailed D, obviously, but it's solid. I'm gonna put some respect on the D that the Tigers use. I'm gonna put it in the B tier. I think it is a decent logo. It's solid enough to be out of the bottom 2 tiers. That's where I'll put the Tigers logo. The Minnesota Twins, I do like the TC, the Twin Cities. I like the contrast of the letters, so it's decent. Could have done a little bit more with this, but it keeps it out of the D tier. I know the C tier is very busy, but I just feel like there's a lot of logos that belong in that category. That tier is where the Twins logo goes. Twin Cities, the TC logo of the Twins goes to the C tier. We got 2 logos left. We got the Chicago White Sox. Now, this might be controversial, but I know it just says Sox, but it works for some reason. The black, I like it written kind of diagonally, overlapping a little bit. Sox, it's well known. You see it with a lot of people wear that hat. So because it's kind of classic, known, they add a twist to it. That color scheme with the kind of diagonal SOX, I'm gonna put it in B tier. I think it's solid enough to be in the B tier. So that's where I'll put the Sox, which brings us to our final team, the most iconic franchise in Major League Baseball, the New York Yankees. You know, this logo, I mean, they have the NY for the hats, but the Yankees written out in cursive with the bat and the hat and everything over the bat for the K. It looks nice. I do like the Yankees logo. Obviously, it's classic. So where do we put it? Where do we finish it off with our 30 logos? I'm going to put the Yankees in the B tier. I think it's a very solid, good logo, classic, iconic. It's the New York Yankees, 27 World Series titles. I think it's a B tier logo, very solid. So that is our tier list for our MLB logos. This was a lot of fun to make, guys. Some tough calls for sure. The B and C tier were the most popular. I didn't expect, only 3 S tier logos. I didn't know what to expect, how many would be in S tier, but only 3. I like the Cardinals, Red Sox, and Royals. I feel like those 3 were the ones that I like the best, and I feel like they belong in their own tier, in my opinion. But yeah, that's our tier list, guys. Definitely comment where you rank each logo, where you might agree with me, disagree with me. Comment below, let me know. I'd love to hear your opinions. But that's going to bring us to the end of the video for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you're an MLB fan and you haven't done so already. Like the video if you enjoyed. good. And thank you so much again, guys. Really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one.